I ain't even go over that book. That book is, yeah, we're gonna have to put in this new blood in the ranks, slacking.
Jacksonville, Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They're going to run it to the right. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Snags it on the right. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
Got out of trouble and throws.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Open space at the 25. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now on this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it on the run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Gators have it with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. That is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But, man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past. But I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was number one team you wanted to beat.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QBs, got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Great pass, it's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. And no signal yet from the officials, but I didn't see much of a surge from this offensive front, and I think he's going to be denied. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Sends it back in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Swings it out to the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He'll set up to throw. Gets it out fast. There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Wide receiver going in motion. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over UCLA. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep him in bounds. What a 1-yard gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The Gators decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll test the right side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Montgomery. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll send the back in motion. Try to get it to the edge. Plows through the defense. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to UCLA. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Turns it loose. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And a turnover in their own territory.
And if you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate, because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the pick.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Inside the 40, at the 20. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. An easy decision there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 25. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Now facing a third and long. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. It's complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Miller. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, the ground game. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got 16-yard line.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the 1st down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Skips away from pressure. Going for it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just about on the same page with his intended target.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Gator! They move on top here in the 4th. Who cares about double coverage? Just get it in there, give your guy a chance, and it worked out that time.
And the receiver would definitely agree with you. This is a little bit risky, throw it in traffic, but trust your guy. You know, he's going to go up, make a play in the end zone. You can tell you've thrown that ball to him, and you trust him, and he goes and rewards you for it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense has a chance, down 1 possession in the 4th. He might want another play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And the Dogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
Something to keep in mind offensively here at this point of the game when you're down in the 4th quarter. Running east-west is not going to win you the game. You've got to get north after you catch the ball and get what you can get. Field position right now is critical.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. He'll do it himself. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all take.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. UCLA dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Motion from the back. They'll toss it to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Runs through the tackle. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The cleats will be tested in this driving rain as he tries to kick to win the game. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. Just drives it between the uprights. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.